you want to buy a new Prebuilt PC that's excellent for streaming, you came to the right video. I'll show you 5 gaming PCs for 5 different budgets for 1080p, 1440p and even 4K resolution. On top of that, I will tell you what to expect in terms of gaming performance in case you want to do gaming and streaming at the same time. The links to these Prebuilt PCs will be down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. Firstly, I want to mention 2 things. The first one being that every system here has at least 32 gigs of RAM and AV1 encoding. That way your streams have better image quality and run smoother. The second thing that I want to say is that if you want to stream your console, so let's say you play on your PS5 and you want to buy a capture card and you just want a streaming PC, not a gaming one, then the cheapest PC on this list will be way more than enough, and spending anything more will not give you any advantage. So the only reason why I recommend you spending more than the first one is if you want to do streaming and gaming on the same PC. With that in mind, the first one is the best budget streaming PC in my opinion for under $1,000. This one is the best seller gaming PC from Newegg and is the AVS Aqua gaming PC. This one has the RTX 4060, which is a great graphics card for 1080p resolution, and you can also play at 1440p depending on the game and settings. And as I said before, every system has AV1 encoding, so the streaming quality will be excellent. And on top of that, you get 32 gigs of RAM, which is honestly unheard of for the price. Then the CPU is quite important for streaming as well, and here we have the i5 13400F, which is a really good CPU for both streaming and gaming at the same time. And then you get a 1TB SSD, which is enough storage for most people. Now the price for this system is $850 by the time of filming, and as I said before, is the best budget one in my opinion. You can play any game that you want at 1080p resolution, 88 plus FPS on average, and I'm talking about high demanding games on high to ultra settings, so you can easily stream story games on the highest settings, and you can also stream esports shooters like Fortnite or Valorant at 240 plus FPS on average. So feel free to buy a 240Hz monitor if you want to, or even a 360Hz one if you play very easy to run games. Now, if you have more money to spend, I recommend you getting the Skytech Blaze 4. This one is for 1440p resolution, more than 1080p. So if you want to play at 1080p and you are working with a tight budget, the last one is going to be better. But if you want to step your game up and play at 1440p high to ultra settings in high demanding games, and of course an amazing level of streaming performance, then this Skytech PC is going to be ideal because you get the RTX 4070 Super, which is one of the best graphics cards from Nvidia for 1440p resolution. Then you get a Ryzen 7 7700X, which has 8 cores, amazing for streaming as well. You get AV1 encoding, 32 gigs of RAM, so really good when it comes to streaming and gaming at the same time. But this one, as I said before, is more for 1440p high to ultra settings in those high demanding games. You can also play esports games at 240 plus FPS, but this time 1440p competitive settings. So if you play at 1080p, you can expect around 360 plus FPS in most esports games competitive settings. And of course, if you want to play high demanding games at 1080p, you can expect higher frame rates. Now this PC is also capable of 4K resolution gaming, 60 plus FPS. So if you want to play those high demanding games at 4K, just turn on the DLSS. That's going to give you a smoother level of performance, especially in those high demanding titles. But if you want to play easy to run games, then you can easily fit a 4K monitor without DLSS or anything like that, and you will be enjoying a really good experience. The total price for this system by the time of filming is $1,570. Now keep in mind that this PC has been more expensive before, so it might be more expensive when you're watching this video, but remember you will have the latest prices and availability from the links down in the video description. And then if you want to max out the level of performance that you can achieve at 1440p, especially if you play esports games, I recommend you getting the next one from Amazon, which is the Skytech O11 Vision. With this one you max out the level of 1440p performance because you get the RTX 4070 Ti Super, which is quite faster than the 4070 Super. You get more VRAM, which means that it's a more future-proof gaming PC for 1440p, and you get the fastest CPU in the market right now, which is the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. So having the fastest CPU in the market allows you to play higher CPU demanding titles at the highest frame rate. So if you want to play esports games, which usually require more of your CPU, you will be achieving 540 plus FPS in case you want a 540Hz 1080p monitor or a 360Hz 1440p one. Then of course you get 32 gigs of RAM. Here you get a 1TB Gen 4 SSD, so faster storage, and the total price for this system is $2,000 by the time of filming, and you can also play at 4K resolution, and here you will be achieving higher frame rates than the last one, so you can expect 70 plus FPS in high demanding games, high to ultra settings. However, if you turn on the LSS, you can expect even higher frame rates. And then if you want the best of the best and you want to stream at 4K resolution and play the latest, highest demanding games out there, I recommend you getting the Eclipse 2 gaming PC, which has the RTX 4090, which is the fastest graphics card in the entire market, and you get the fastest CPU in the market as well in the 7800X3D. Here, of course, you get AV1 encoding, 32 gigs of RAM, and every important component for streaming, and on top of that you get 2TB of SSD instead of 1TB, so you get to install way more games. Now, as I said before, this one is the fastest PC that you can get, so you can expect the highest frame rates at any resolution. If you are willing to spend this amount of money, you will be getting the fastest level of performance. However, it's not for everyone, of course, and it's only ideal for you if you want to invest in the best gaming PC in the entire market. This system is going for $3,500 by the time of filming, so it's very expensive, but again, if you want the best of the best, this one is the best one for you. And if you want something that's more in between for 4K resolution, so let's say you have more than $2,000 to spend, but you definitely want to stay under $3,000, I will leave a bonus PC down in the video description that's going to be perfect for 4K resolution ultra settings in the highest demanding titles, and of course ideal for streaming for the price of $2,500 USD. So yes, it is still expensive, but definitely not as expensive as the 4090 system. And if you are willing to build a PC yourself, then you might get better price to performance, meaning that you spend less money and get faster gaming performance, and you still maintain the best image quality for streaming that you can get. So if that's you and you're open to building a system yourself, then I do recommend you watching my video on the best PC builds of the month for 1080p, 1440p and 4K resolution. You can find that video in the top right corner of the screen. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.